Hi, you are welcome to GMats class. Now today we want to look at a question under logical reasoning. The question is let P be perfect squares are integers and Q be 3 is divisible by 2. If P implies Q is the main theorem, find the truth values. Converse, inverse, contrapositive, negation of P by conditional, negation of P or negation of Q. Now, to solve this question, the first thing is to get the truth value of the two statements we have here, statement P and statement Q. Now, statement P. What is the truth value? Perfect squares are integers. Perfect squares are integers. It is true that perfect squares are integers. Now, example of perfect square. We have 1, we have 4, we have 9, and so on. All of these numbers now, they are what? They are integers. What are integers? Integers are whole numbers. So perfect square are whole numbers. So this statement P is true. So the truth value is true. T. Now we move down to the second statement. Statement Q. Now 3 is divisible by 2. 3 is divisible by 2. Now let's look at that statement. Is that statement true? Is 3 divisible by 2? No, it's not divisible by 2. If you make an attempt of dividing it by 2, there will be a remainder 1. So that means it is false that 3 is divisible by 2. So Q will be F. F means false. Alright. So now having gotten this, we can then move down to our question. Find the truth values of the following. The first one is converse. Converse. Now, we must know the mathematical notation for converse. For converse, if this is the main theorem, P implies Q. So the converse of P implies Q will be Q implies P. Okay? So we have Q implies P. Alright? So now, what is Q? What is the truth value of Q? That is F. F implies P. What is the truth value? Is true. True. Now, what is the truth value of F implied true? F implied true is true. F implied true is true. So that means the truth value for this proposition, this first one, is true. Alright? So now we can move down to the second one, inverse. 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 What is the mathematical notation for inverse? We have discussed that in the previous classes, that inverse will be negation of P implies negation of Q. That is the inverse. So what we just need to do now is to substitute the value of P and T and Q. So this will be negation of P. What is P? P is true. Negation of true implies negation of Q. What is Q? Q is false. Negation of false. Now to do this, we quickly find the negation of true. What is negation of true? Negation of true is opposite of true, and that is false. So this will be false implies negation of false is true. Implies true. And that gives us true. True. So the truth value for inverse is what? true. Can we move down to the last one? The third one rather. Contrapositive. Contrapositive. That is, negation of Q implies negation of P. Alright? So this will give us negation of Q. Q is false. Negation of false implies negation of P. P is what? True. So this is true. And negation of false is what? Is true. That is opposite of false. Implies negation of true. Negation of true is false. That is false. Now, what's going to be the truth value for this? That will be false. True implies false is false. True implies false is false. Okay, so now let's take the last one, the last proposition. We have negation of P by conditional negation of P or negation of Q. Alright, so we just substitute the truth value of P and the truth value of Q into this proposition. So we have negation of P is what? Is true. Negation of true by conditional negation of true or negation of false. Q is false here. So from here, negation of true is false. So this one is false. So we have false by conditional negation of true or now negation of false is true. So we have true. So we have false by conditional negation of now true or true. True or true is true. That's true. Okay, so from here we have false by conditional negation of true. Negation of true is what? Is false. So what we now have here is false by conditional false. And that gives you true. That gives you true. Now, that is the answer to this problem. Now, I'm going to advise us to view the previous classes so that we know the truth values for or, and, by conditional, and implies. So once we are able to understand the table very well, it will help us now to get our final answer. You can see the way now, knowing that false by conditional false is true. So I need to understand the table, the truth table. You get the truth table. So you can view the previous class. View the previous class, we are going to see all of these things there. Alright, so we have come to the